Okay, we are all set. Welcome, guys, for a new Star Cup round, baby. Round 8 of Season 3 of the Star Cup on F1 25. We are at Suzuka, Japan, for this race here. We have 19 drivers on the grid. We'll have 20 soon. I would say Masho gonna join. So we're all set, full grid, everything. So yeah. Before going any further, let's see who I am. I'm Gab Chow, your full-time commentator for this season in Star Cup. Was not there last week, sadly, but now I'm back for round 8 and I'm ready to see some good racing here in Japan. So yeah, hoping you're having a good week, a good day, a good month, yeah, a good night, anything if you want to. I hope everything's going well for you in your life, and that's the most important in my opinion now. So yeah, we're jumping on the track already with drivers already on their out lap. We'll go just see standings before putting our attention on the drivers. So standings. Okay, I don't have the standings for round 7, so we'll not say standings. Perfect. Tant pis, like I would say it in French, but yeah. So I'll clap for people already. Last round was Austria. Round 7, no standings sadly, no, so not standings tonight. Yeah. Now round 8, Suzuka. Suzuka Reflector. It's Jonah Reflector if you don't know. He's now on PC, played the game. Only more on console, at least for this race. And yeah, he has a Reflector, the American driver, and he's already on his first flying lap. The first driver of this grid to take on his flying lap with this Green Bull car. Aston Martin. Not very good in real life, but in the game, obviously, now in the league racing, we have everyone with the same car, even if it's different team. Setting is on equal cars, obviously. So yeah, going already on this fast lap, we have some people that are reserving, some people racing full-time like always, some people are returning a bit. I think like GC came in a long time since we have seen him. Alza 9, Larian is there. Also tonight. I think that he raced at some point in Spa. Now he's there tonight. Hayes in the Ferrari. Knock. Obviously, the guys we saw seeing each weekend now, like Jonah, like Hajime, and not each weekend, but each week, each Tuesday, Marino, Lincoln Beans, TRP, Hendricks, Ridgeboard, another one, and going like people, the full-time drivers that we see every week, and Jonah with the 128.665 for Formula Jonah. Like I said before, he is on the name of Reflector tonight, playing on PC. Oh yeah. His teammate Kendrick starting a lap. We have TRP on the lap. So back a bit. He's Spoof on finishing his lap right now with no deploy anymore at 29.773. I think the DLC for the game for 26 is gonna come in June, if I remember well, like 4th of June. That's what I heard. So we still have a bit of time to spend on this game. Deadwing 28.793 second. And LZ9 with a 130.130 for the moment in the McLaren. Chrome McLaren for him tonight. Kendrick's looking to be pretty slow. I don't think he's gonna finish his lap at the moment. Manzo got Vicorio doing DC King on his lap right now in the Haas. And we got now Aisa with a 34.0. With his teammate Ridgeboard on intermediate tires. Here practicing a bit, obviously. GC King, who not had, coming to the finishing 130R, coming to the end of his lap now. Little section here, and the last corner, flat out on the line. It's gonna be 131.202. TRP 131.477, and now we go to GC King. through 130R. Already have no more deploy to use, no more battery to use on his lap. It's going to be complicated to have a good lap time with that. Last section to the line, cannot use any battery. We'll see what he can do. No ERS for him to the line, but 130.639 still. P5 for GC King at the moment. Rich Boy still on Inters. Gonna be a 133.3 on intermediate tire. Kendrick's looking pretty slow. For the moment, Menzo 130R for the Sauber driver. A bit of traffic in front. McLaren very fair play. I think in pass. That's perfect. And now Menzo finishing his first flying lap of the session on the line. It's gonna be a 129.022 page 3 for Menzo. Because Ricardo also on the lap now in the Racing Bull. Okay, pretty fast still in the first sector. It says purple on the minimap, man. Maybe it's real or not, depending. We don't know because it's EA Sports. ERS being used here. This little section coming to the double left corners. Boom. Boom. And back on the power here, not invalidating after the curb. And now coming to the 130R. Zicario have no kids at home. Waiting for him. Taking flat out. And last corner for him. The line is going to be for Zicario. 130.042 P5 for the Racing Bull driver. You got Snake and Beans. You got Ram Beans, the Sauber, the teammate of Menzo, is currently P3. Jonas still in P1 by 110 on that wing in the Alpine. We got Ram B. We'll see if he can match his teammate time here. And also Adjami coming to Alpha lap. Kendrick's getting to 128.677. It's P2 for Kendrick. 1-2 Aston Martin at the moment. Like 12,000 of a second separating the two Aston Martin at the top. Onto lot. Now RMB finishing his lap. Not invalidating. Staying in the limit of the track. And now the line. And no more ERS to use. 31.069 RMB. P9. Snake and Beans on the lap also in the Williams. I think he clearly abandoned his lap. No more win for him. Johnny lap still not very close to the line. Nguyen on the out lap. Elton again on the out lap. Duckling again on the out lap. Also maybe trying for a second time a lap. Spoob not improving for the moment. I think I would say TRP improving on the line maybe. Yes, he is. P8 130.281 for TRP. There you go. GC King improving also on his previous lap time. And then the ass coming to the last portion of the track now. Coming to sector 3. In sector 2 it is a 111.286, 1.1 second of improvement for GC in the second sector. I will place him pretty high, maybe P5, top 5 maybe for GC King at the moment now. If he maintains his speed through the last sector, last quarter now for King. Flat out in the line is going to be a 29.023, 1.6 second of improvement, 1,000 of a second behind Menzo, and it's P5 for King at the moment. AJ Delta on the lap. Then Guiyang now also will follow Ace at first, see if he can improve or if he's evaluated his lap. And Guiyang now in his ass. GC King, his teammate, just set up at the 5th fastest time. Some traffic here, but all good. 130R. 6% left already. Oh, and big traffic, and he gone to the pit. Yeah, he left. Oh. Okay, Adriame, Spanish driver. Have a lot of battery. I don't know if he's on a real lap time here for Adriame. Number 37 like Bottas was in Mercedes. Maestro joined finally in this session. Maestro joined the race to fill out the 20th last spot available in this race. Obviously full-time Red Bull for Mr. Maestro. Brazilian, South African, everything you want, a driver. So yeah. Adriame starting his good real lap time now, I think, and we're enjoying back. That's nice. Johnny's starting now, 36.3 on his first lap, even if it was a warm-up lap. Second warm-up lap for him. Now he started sliding a lap for real. And Mercedes, let's go. We'll go on board with Mercedes. Let's go on board here. We'll see all the corners. And Jeremy, I think, is a good driver to go with on the flying lap on board. 28.446 for that wing, getting professional pole at the moment. Oh, you go wide here. He goes on wide, no invalidation for Jeremy here. Now you have to go deep. Why not? Okay, not the best corner here. That wing now in professional pole, 2 times in front of Jonah. And 9 now with the 148.171 professional pole for the McLaren. Still waiting on Adriami. It's 110.959 in the second sector. Can he improve even more in the third one? Last bit of corners for him. Not touching the curb. A bit difficult. It's pretty good. Oh, and he goes with it. All this for this. Sad, but yeah. Sneaking be Mourinho. We'll follow Mourinho then. 6 minutes left in the session. Mourinho invalid. Sneaking be bit of traffic here in Mercedes. I think it was the other Mercedes. Oh, and okay. That was a nice try. Harding from the back. He disqualified. The resting. Rich Boy now in front. 28.369. Professional pole for Rich Boy. Professional pole for Rich Boy. We'll follow Sneaking Beans then. And the Williams. Williams don't think so good in real life. We had the Australian Grand Prix last weekend. And Russell with Antonelli and Leclerc on the podium. I think everybody saw that pretty much. But yeah, it's you have to remind it to you. And this weekend is gonna be China at 3 a.m. Eastern time. It's gonna be incredible. 23 p.m. is not that bad. 11 p.m. not that bad for the race, but 3 a.m. for China is gonna be pretty tough. Well, I'll try. I'll try. 3 a.m. is pretty tough. I'll try. On Sunday, on Saturday, we're gonna have also a sprint weekend in China in real life. It's gonna be sprint quali, full race. But yeah, we'll have a lot to consume, a lot to watch. It's gonna be as early as Tuesday night, or not Tuesday, but Thursday night. We'll see if something happens. Like FP1 sprint quality is gonna be, a bit after that. We'll see. Anyway, Ski-Doo Bike. Not as sponsors. The lamp here. Ski-Doo Bike. Legend. Real legend. A live legend here. Ski-Doo Bike finishing his lap. I've already used all his ERS with 355 left in this session. Gonna be at 130.722 for Ski-Doo Bike. Just behind his team, very close. Between the two Williams. We have that we're gonna outlap. Carris on outlap. Men's on outlap. King on a new lap. We'll follow King here in the ass. He's making a return a lot. He's gone a bit too much on the curb here, I think. Now, went deep. Pretty good exit. Looking good for the moment. Using some battery at the exit off the turn here. Off the turn. Number 24 for the ass driver. 24. Now coming to the third sector. Not improving. Not improving for the DC King. I think he's gonna abort his lap. Go to the pits. Try again in the end. I would say, or no. We're gonna finish lap either way. But it's gonna be pretty. You're not gonna have time to do another lap later on, so Pretty weird move, I would say. But I don't know. Kendrick's on the lap at the moment. Manzo, same thing. Or not. Not anymore. It seems like Cole Kendricks. Improving the first sector. Everybody valued the game. Will not follow him. RMB speed 9. Not improving on his lap at the moment. Not on the flying lap. AZ finishing his lap right now. We'll see if he can improve. Currently in P14, one of the last place. Jeremy still on the out lap also. Not have to the lap time, competitive lap time yet. Jeremy have not set a competitive lap time yet, and AZ with the 31.032. Staying in P14, but closing the gap on P13 in front of him. Mourinho on the blah 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 blah. Can I talk or not? Trophy on the lap. His first flying lap of the session, 1:11.522 in the second sector. Big break. Third gear, second gear. DRS activated now. 28.334 it's P7 for Trophy Mourinho. Trophy Mourinho. And Jami now, he's focused. Will not go on board this time with that Rami. And a bit of traffic in front, it was a Ferrari. All good now. And Jami can continue his lap. Into the sector 2, now coming into sector 3 pretty soon. After there's a double left corners. Traffic again in front. Letting him pass like gentlemen. And now starting sector 3 now with the 1:10.574 in sector 2. 6 seconds of an improvement on his previous lap time, obviously. We'll see which position he can go to. Ajami. Oh, blocked by the Sauber here. Blocked a lot by the Sauber. A bit of slipstream also. But he got blocked, but he's still getting provisional pole for Ajami. 28.232. It's provisional pole for Ajami. There you go. Doing starting a lap right now. All the way to the left, and it's looking to be pretty slow. I'm gonna start his lap right now. And I think wait for the next time he go and RMB and Adriami get collided. Adriami now in the gravel. In the end, cannot do another lap time. So in the end, he didn't have time to do another lap time. But in Jonah not gonna have any time. Jonah gonna be in fourth. Kendricks is training for him. That's doing same thing. Rambi is qualifying the end of the session here. I don't know what happened with him. Reflector retired. No one in P4 for him. Richboy on the lap right now. We got Kendrick Manzo is finished. EC King's finished. Poop finished. Mourinho is finished. We'll have Richboy ready trying to take that pole off Adriami. Not improving in the first sector for the moment. But it's less than half a tenth. Can still get it. It's not finished for Richboy. We'll see in sector 2 and sector 3 if he can go get that one. And that Ferrari. A red car. The Italian legacy. Trying to go get that pole, another pole here in Suzuka in Japanese territory where Honda is. Honda not looking to deliver a good engine in real life for Aston Martin. Still in the calendar. And now another one, pace 6 in quali. And we got Maestro. Pole position for the moment for Maestro in the Red Bull. Gustav Richboy improving a bit in the sector 2. Can he find something in the last corners to get a provisional pole? His pole position here on the line. Richboy, can he get it? He can't. Not improving. The Maestro looking to be starting on pole here in Suzuka. And yeah, it's gonna be it for quali here. Mr. Diaz Maestro out of nowhere in the end of quali, getting pole position in a 28.216, 16,000 of a second in front of Adriami. And Richboy completing the top 3. It's Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, a top 3 here in Suzuka and quali. That's beautiful to see. That twin getting P4, the 2 Aston 5 and 6 with Jonah and Kendricks. Another one in P7, Manzo 8, King 9, Spoon in 10, completing the top 10 in quality. Mourinho 11th, Zikara 12th, TRP 13, Skinhead Means 14, Skinhead Ed 15, AZ 16, Haidubike 17, and Nguyang no lap time 18, and as a 9 at RMB DSQ'd, starting at the back here in Japan. That's it for quali 8:26 Eastern Time, 26 PM Eastern Time, and we're heading into the race. You can see the standings here of quali, starting position for other drivers. Even if I already said it, and we'll just wait for the countdown at the top to go to 0, and we'll be ready for the race. 27 laps around Suzuka, 50% race. Obviously, like always, 50% race, obviously. Yeah. 50% race. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? So we'll just check something. I wanna. Okay, stop. I'm gonna get copyright. Okay, well, sorry for the sound on my cell phone. We will, yeah. Okay. So a bit of a laggy pit here for McLaren. It seems like the DHL is the DHL sign is pretty bizarre, pretty weird. I think all the DHL signs are pretty weird, but you know it's EA Sports, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, obviously a bit of time for every drivers to choose their strategy to change their setups if they want, like the wings or tire pressure. Put a good amount of fuel in the car, and gonna be ready to go for the racing. We'll see if the red light's gonna be as fast as in real life in Australia. It was pretty fast, and that gave Ferrari an advantage because the other engine, the engine of the other's driver had not rev up as quick as it was supposed to do. As they were supposed to do. So Ferrari got the advantage. Yeah. I think we're in for some good racing in Shizuoka, round 8. Quali was pretty interesting. On Maestro coming in the end, out of nowhere getting that pole by a slight margin on Adrian. Really good. And now we have the red lights. 3, 4, and the 5 red lights. And we're racing in Suzuka, Japan. For round 8 of Star Cup Season 3 on F125. Maestro having a good start. Rich Boy and Adrian 5% in the first corner. Adrian can be in the second position with the moment. Rich Boy around the outside. And Rich Boy cannot pass on Adrian. The two Aston up to 5 and 6 in front of that wing. Jordan P4 on soft. The two Aston on softs. The others 9-8-7-6 and 3-2-1 are mediums. Some people on arts, also 3 people on arts, 4 people on softs. The rest on medium at the moment. So a lot of variety in strategy here. We're good now. We'll check the position change at the end of the first lap. And so we have the car and GC King battling for P11 and P12. You have some battles also for Mourinho and Spoob. We got another one in the Menzo here. Medium soft or art soft proposed by the game, or medium soft, medium soft. I don't know. We'll see what driver gonna do. Maybe I don't know if we're gonna see first only one stuff. I would say so, medium art, but we'll see. Sometimes strategy in the game are not that great. But yeah, for the moment it's a big DRS ring still. Obviously we have still DRS in this reality of F125. But I think in the DLC we don't have DRS because they realize no DRS anymore. It's a pretty complicated battery system, I would say. It's not very clear the system of battery. It's not real life, but yeah. Around B, with already some error for the Sauber here, but he can go back and no safety car at least. Top 3 seems to be like a bit escaping from the others. Maestro, Adrian, and Rich Boy seem to have a similar pace at the moment. You have yellow flag again. Is it Tellurian? Yes, it is. Elsa 9. With a little mistake or something, you have some wing damage on the left. end plate, and the left is lost for him. Ridgeboy very close to Adrian. We can try to move. I think someone have taken out like a little brake sign on the left side. Now the race is still in slipstream. All top 9 on the DRS train. That little Ferrari Rivali with some white like in real life, like alternate livery in the game. Reflector soft. Aston Martin looking to gain some position with the soft at the start, but it's not looking to work really that much. Again, 2-stop proposed by the game. I don't know if it's going to be really that, or people are going to try 1-stop. We'll see later on in the race when the pit window is going to come. We'll do the push and change now. Heidelberg biggest winner with 6 up. And Mr. King biggest loser with 9 down. And now we have Ridgeboy from Adrian. Ridgeboy taking the lead, not the lead, but the 2nd place on the Mercedes. Mercedes. The German car. German car. Is it the Mercedes German car? Jonah with 1 second behind Adrian, Ridgeboy and Maestro. They're escaping in the top. That was to you were expecting that. A top fuel escape. It's happening at the moment. Lap 3 out of 27 already. Going pretty fast here. The lap were not that long, and it's not the like biggest number of laps, so the end gonna come really quick. And it always go pretty fast when you have some fun. And already Jonah with the 3-second penalty or any awesome time. Kendrick's up to 4th in front of his teammate, and yeah, Jonah have some pressure from that wing, and another one behind. That wing and very close to the 130 yard, but another one gonna go for it on the outside here. Up in the grass. For another one here, he tried to and he comes back to the track, and that wing goes right into his gearbox. The back. Another one tried to he braced and he tried to not to go in the back of that wing. Now he come back to the track, and that wing just goes straight into his gearbox at the back, straight into his rear wing, and now that wing have some big damage to his strong wing. That wing still have a classy act, not taking him out or something. But Menzo now in P6, that's good for him. Menzo, and the guy maybe gonna be able to put some pressure on Jonah here. Yellow flag behind. Nothing serious for the moment. Lap 4 still in the top 3, not really fighting for the moment. Kendrick's maybe trying to get back into it. Now he's a bit in no man's land. He cannot be attacked by his teammate behind in 3 seconds, but he's coming back to the top 4. And maybe we can have a 4th-way battle here. 4-way battle for this win with Kendrick in the Aston, and jumping the Mercedes, Ridgeboy in the Ferrari, and Maestro in the Red Bull. It would be very nice to watch here in Suzuka. Lap 4 at 27 still, and Maestro still leading the race like a boss. But he's not escaping like he would have done in the past race. Now he has some good competition tonight. Ridgeboy the Ferrari, and Johnny is still there. Kendricks is coming back on the top tray. This race not finished, that's for sure. Lap 5 starting now. We have DRS, but always Maestro is managing that well. 310 on the gap. It's very close between Ridgeboy and Maestro. The Ferrari and the Red Bull fight is nice. That wing in the pits with that broken wing, obviously. We got Marini also in the pits. In the Red Bull, the two are gonna be out, and a last position in the back of the grid. The two have some wing damage. New hard tire for Mr. Mourinho. That wing new medium. They're all back on track. Ridgeboy still with no overtake on Mr. De Maestro. We can go a bit back with Menzo, putting some pressure still on Jonah, with another one also coming back on the two drivers here in P6 and P5. Another one in P7 for the moment. No man's land for Spoob. Heidelbike too far away in front, but he's still fighting with his teammate for the point. For the moment, the two will leave running the point. Heidelbike going pretty wide here in the gravel. but he stays in front of his teammate in B9. Lucario also and TRP and even Ink Wing are there to fight for points. I think for GCK not too far away. Even Coconut Ed is there to fight for points. Now Skydoo Bike, Yellow Flag behind. It's Aston McLaren, I think. Skydoo Bike in the P9, still Lucario in P10, and now KKB is losing some position. He's trying to get back on TRP here on the inside. A bit of contact. All good still. Side by side between Mercedes and Williams. Two Mercedes engine cars. They can be stays in front of the TRP. Behind and going and GC are still on track. All good. TRP and Lincoln Beans. I'm gonna go side by side to not gonna go side by side to 130R, but TRP going around the outside here in the braking zone. He can't. And Jonah in the pits already with his softs after only 6th lap. With that red compound tire. Ridgeboy in front, now in the lead. Ridgeboy in the lead, taking the lead on Maestro here. The Ferrari leading the race. Now we got Mr. Jonah in the pits. Gonna be a new art for him. Going back to the track around me, 10-second penalty in the pits here. And Rambi retired at the end with that second penalty. He's gonna retire in the pits. Not gonna race anymore for in this race. Round B for the DNF of the race. For the DNF of this race here. Ridgeboy leading 6/10 of a lead on the Maestro. Jumping up to 4 back, and the Kendrick still there, 1.1. If they do some mistake, if they battle too much, Kendrick's there to come. Obviously, the softs are having a pretty high wear for sure already. After only 6 laps, we saw Jonah pitting. And I think this is going to be the same situation for Kendricks. The soft's going to be pretty soon. The medium going to last a bit longer than the soft for sure. Now last couple of corner match, we're going to have DRS back on the Ferrari, and John also is behind with DRS. Can Maestro take the lead back here? 5 times the gap. Can he go for it? Going to be close. So we're going to have to send it. He can't for the moment. Around be left, obviously after his DNF. Maestro stays behind, obviously. Ajami stays behind. Kendrick's losing a bit of time on them. 1.8 down the gap. Another one with pressure on Manzo. Manzo with the pit of Jonah. They're the two only battling for P5 at the moment. With the pit of Jonah. DRP fighting with Dicario. Nikan Bean's not too far away. Skydoo Bike and now P12 and going pretty wide again. And Coconut Ed is passing on the Williams here. Can someone like TRP go get a position on Sicario? Sicario with the art tires for the moment. Starting with the art. Aza with second penalty and Maestro now losing some time on the Ridgeboy. 1 second. Now getting easy capable to stay in the DRS range of the Ferrari in front. That's our question here. 7/10 the gap. He came back in the DRS range. The other Red Bull, Mourinho, having some hard times here in the grass. But he's back on track, a bit slow. We're all good now. Top trees following each other. Marino finally retired of the session. I know the track, not the best way to do so. But still, second DNF of tonight. Second DNF of tonight. Lap 7 out of 27 here. Ridgeboy still leading with Maestro following, and Ajami also following. Ajami closer to Maestro than Maestro is to Ridgeboy, and Kendricks going for the pit stop with his softs after 8 laps. Or 7 laps, the beginning of the lap 8 now. But Kendricks is in the pits. No medium for him, I think it is. And he's back on track. So obviously it's gonna be too tough for Kendricks. No matter what, he cannot go to the end with this bit with his medium. It's gonna be 21 laps or no, 19 laps on medium, but be a bit too complicated for him. He's gonna edit the pits also after 6 laps on his medium. And yeah, Ridgeboy still leading with the top 2. Maestro and Angiami following him very closely. You have Menzo. 8 time behind another one. He can seems to lose some time on the Racing Bull. Maybe not able to follow the Racing Bull driver for the moment. So yeah, another one I mean, maybe seems to have a bit more pace than the Sauber driver. Here tonight in Suzuka. TRP sneaking in to beat Kendricks. Now all battling with Zigar for P7. Little train forming with Kendricks pit stop. Now with fresh medium tires, gonna try to go by these 4 cars pretty fast if you don't want to lose times on the top 3 here. Too much time on top 3. Now you have some slipstream here on Snake and Beans. Gonna be a pretty tough spot to try and overtake here. You have to wait for the straight line before the 130R. As a leading time on another one, minus 1.9 the gap. I don't know what's happening with Menzo here. Seems to losing a lot of pace for Menzo at the moment. Now you go around the inside for Kendricks. Start 130R. Easy pass. Bit of fight from second, but not too much. Kendricks up to 9 now. The big maestro, 3 tanks. The rich boy, they're all in the S's with Johnny following. The 3 drivers are really following each other. I want to see Kendricks if he can pass. Can he pass TRP in the straight line? The 2 others in front of DRS. TRP going for it around, and Zicario around the inside. TRP up to 7. And Kendricks pass. Yes, he can. On Zicario around the inside. Now it's the outside. 2 drivers to deal with. Kendricks up to P8. Now you have to pass Mercedes team in front. Mercedes driver TRP still in his way. With his fresh tires, 7 laps fresher tire than the other drivers here for Kendricks. Have to pass sooner than later for the Aston Martin driver here. Canadian driver Kendricks. Till lap 9 out of 27. Gonna have a good exit. Can he pass here? Or he's gonna wait again for the straight line before 130R. I think he's gonna wait for that. Not gonna try to risk it too much. Wants to crash the car, obviously. The big maestro coming to the straight line with DRS now for Temple. Ridgeboard pitting. Boy in the pits after 10 laps on his medium. And put some odds on. Kendricks. Can he pass on the Mercedes now? The big Kendricks around the inside. No, for the moment. Gonna wait for the straight line start and finish for Kendricks. New arts for Racer Boy. We'll see if we can go to the end with that set of arts tires. And now Kendricks in the straight line. DRS activated. Can he go for it around the inside? Yes, he can. Rich Boy just there. Getting out of the pits. And Kendricks, P7, now in front of the Mercedes. And pretty close to Rich Boy, 1.5 seconds now. He got a bit of a moment here in first corner, but he's good now. Lincoln Beans in the pits, Halo Bike in the pits, double stack for Williams, and we got also Yang in the pits in the ass. I mean, new medium for him. Here, new Halo Bike, new medium for Lincoln Beans. And they're all back on track, with Maestro now leading, with Andrew following him, with no more Rich Boy between in front, because he pitted. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah. Let's cardio commenting this race here, obviously. Yeah. Gap still 7/10. Kendricks now also 6 on Rich Boy with the medium, with the cold tires of Mr. Rich Boy also. And Johnny pitting after a little slide in the last corner. And Johnny in the pits. I'll go see Kendricks fight after that. But Mercedes pitting. Medium, we're gonna put ours, I think. So Maestro doing the good thing, extending a bit his stand. No ours from Adjami, there you go. Kendricks now in medium. Can he try to move on Mr. Rich Boy? Scoob in the pits now. They're up, and Men's also in the pits. They're up to 4 and 5 for Kendricks and Rich Boy. Maybe it's gonna be soft medium for Kendricks here, I would say. Strategy that's the most logical. Johnny now getting back behind Kendrick and behind Rich Boy. Trojan P4, maybe P3. We'll see if Maestro when he's gonna pit, if he's gonna came out behind these 3 guys. He's guarding the pit with new soft. Just taking the pits for new medium here in the ass. We'll follow Kendricks 9/10. And Johnny 1 second now, 8/10 for Kendricks. The big Kendricks. I was thinking it means the car isn't too far away, but with the soft car, we're gonna have a little advantage at the beginning, maybe. We'll see, or maybe second means can try to move sooner. Soon. Kendricks 5/10, 6/10 behind the Rich Boy. Can he find a solution to pass him here? 130R. Now for Kendricks. That's corner. Only for them. Can you have a better exit than him? It seems like it. 5 times the gap. DRS. Can he try to pass? Aston Martin of Kendricks. Behind Rich Boy. Here, can he go for it? Around the inside, around the outside. Where can he go? He can't for a moment. A bit too far for Kendricks. Can he go around the S's? Maybe having a better exit in the S's. Better turning in the S. Maybe he can try something. TRP in the pits. Little Mercedes in the pits. Here, after that jump pitting, it's the TRP turn. New arts for him. Maestro extending his stint. Same thing for another one. Extending their stint on the medium. Then either the pressure or on the grid when they're gonna pit. Adjami cannot keep up the pace with Kendricks and the Ridgeboy at the moment. 1.9 the gap now for Adjami behind Kendricks and Ridgeboy. Kendricks still 8-10 behind the Ferrari here. Not a lot of fight in the midfield. It seems like TRP and Snake and Reed's not too far away from each other, but Snake and TRP just pitted. Yellow flag at the back. We're good, all set. Later in the pit, LZ9 new arts for LZ9 going to the end of the race with that compound of tire, I would say, for LZ9 at the back in P18 now. Last position for the McLaren. Yeah, Ace Racing not too far away from Nguyen at the back, but nothing really to show there. We'll just follow this battle with Kendrick and Ridgeboy for the moment and wait until Maestro pit to see the real portrait, the real thing. And he's pitting now in the Red Bull. Maestro in the pits. Is another one gonna follow? No, he isn't. Gonna do at least one more lap with that medium come on tire. And now Maestro in the pits. The fresh starts out of top 3, out of the top 4 even. New arts for Red Bull doing a very good pit stop, obviously like always. And they're back on track. Maestro gonna be in P4. He's gonna be in P5. Yes, he is gonna be P5, but top 4 provisionally. And he's gonna have to get back to Dam. 2.6 the gap between him and Adriami, but yeah, refresher tires. Final laps already. All medium for Kendrick. Gonna have to pit again in this race. So we're gonna bit count him down. He's gonna have the fresh tire at the end. Maybe he's gonna be able to catch back, but it'll be a bit complicated for Kendrick to get into that fight for the win here. Sadly. But Rich Boy and Johnny Maestro all gonna be able to fight for that win. Lap 13 out of 27. We're now mid-race for these drivers. And yeah, mid-race. That's perfect. Mid-race. Rich Boy 5.9. We find another one. Kendrick still following very closely. 5.10. But no penny for him. Not looking to have enough pace. So that's extra pace to go get him. I think Rich Boy gone a bit wide, but I think it's good now. Yeah. Kendrick's with the slipstream. All set now, all good. 5/10 now the gap, 6/10. It's variating a lot, and another one the pits. Devisa Casha Racingbull.com. In the pits. Another one in the pits now. New arts for AM. Good pit stop by the Red Bull sister team. Back on track, top 3 now. Ridgeboy, Kendrick, Jeremy, and Maestro into top 4. Is Jonah gonna be in front of another one at the exit of the pits? I think he is, yes. And even Menzo gonna be in front of another one. Was gonna have the fresher tires. As for sure, reflected with 8 laps, all the arts gonna be complicated for him to go to the end with that. Menzo 3 laps, all medium. Gonna be also complicated to go to the end with that for Menzo. So another one in a good position to potentially be top 5 in this race for the moment. We'll see that later on. Kendrick's into P2. 7/10 still behind the big Rich Boy. We'll go to the midfield now a bit. GC King and TRP battling for P11. King going for it. And now they passing that wing that just pitted for new art tires. And King up to P10 now in front of TRP, in front of that wing. Last one available now in the pocket of the ass for the moment of GC King. Jonah and Menzo battling side by side. Menzo, Jonah still in front of Menzo. And Menzo trying to go back side by side between the two drivers here. Menzo and Jonah going for it here. Menzo now back into P5. Jonah, can he go back for it? No, he can't for the moment. Still have a second penalty. But yeah, big battle between Menzo and Jonah here for P5. Top 5 for the moment at least. Menzo have fresher tires with 3 lap all medium compared to 8 laps all ours. That's pretty much already said for you that Jonah have better pace. No, not Jonah, but Menzo have better pace than Jonah here. That's pretty obvious. Kendrick still following very well. Rich Boy lap 15 now, starting for Rich Boy at the top. He cannot. Kendrick still following, adding DRS, helping him, getting out of the DRS of the people behind Adjami and Maestro. Maestro coming back on Adjami, we're going to be able to fight for P3 at the moment. Sooner than later again, but yeah, Kendrick's following very well. The Rich Boy with now 7 laps all medium compared to 5 laps all are still not that big of a difference now. But Kendrick's really holding up well, and that's all what we see from Kendrick's. The solid race, solid pace, and it's Kendrick's. It's consistent and very fast driver at the moment. And Rich Boy also in the last few races, he's getting some podiums, some wins, and that's perfect to see. John Maestro again, other two drivers that we are seeing every race for a long time in the top position, and yeah. That's always these guys now, and Rich Boy now is battling for this position. John also there every weekend, another one also there every Tuesday. Manzo every Tuesday. That's people that we are seeing again and again and again in this position, and they're doing very well. And Rich Boy now adding to this group in the last few races, and that's perfect to see. And yeah, Ferrari getting a real shot at the win tonight. Once again with Rich Boy. Kendrick's getting a bit behind them. No safety car for the moment. Lap 16 starting out 27. We're coming closer and closer to the end of this race. Gonna be Kendrick gonna have to bet again. That for sure. Something for Jonah's teammate. But yeah, move's gonna have to be done very soon, and not gonna be that much time left to make some move and get some position for the driver. Maestro 1.8 behind Adjami. Maestro really have better pace than Adjami, and he's coming back on this Spanish driver here. Try to get that P3 even before Kendrick's goes to the pit, so we can have the P2 after that. But yeah, when Kendrick's gonna pit, I think we're not gonna see any fight for the win anymore. We're gonna be Rich Boy only at the front, and we'll just see if Kendrick's can maybe come back to Adjami and Maestro before the end of the race. Lincoln means at the back, it's in the pit for the William. We have TRP and King and Deathwing also battling again. Deathwing up to 10 now. He got back position on King and TRP. Deathwing was very good in qualifying, very solid. I think was top 5 in qualifying or something. But his race was not the way he wanted to go. The race didn't went the way he wanted it to go. It seems like. But yeah. Reflector / Jonah. So they're 1 second behind the Menzo, but I think Jonah gonna have to pit at some point. It'll be a bit complicated to do 20 laps on ARP, but we never know what could happen here. Kendrick's losing with DRS now, I think. Oh, he's still gonna have it, but it's gonna be surely last time that he's gonna have it on the Rich Boy here. Maestro 1.6 the gap. King 910 trying to hold it with that wing seems a bit complicated. As LZ 9710. Me and Guiyang 610. I don't know if you're gonna be able to catch it. Reflector / Jonah in the pits already. Gonna put new hard or new medium to the end. The two tires could work. It's gonna be new medium for Jonah. To the end here, second stop of this race for the Aston Martin driver. Hit the long. I don't know what's happening. I think it was a laggy or something. I don't know really much. But he's back on track. Hendrick trying to follow still. Rich Boy 1 second flat now. Getting more and more complicated for Kendrick to follow the big Ferrari in front. But yeah. Still there. Still there. Yeah. I'll take something. Oh. Sorry for that. Okay, we're back. Kendrick losing a lot now, 1.6 the gap. We're going to go to the pits. I think I just maybe did some mistake when I was not looking. But yeah, now Kendrick's to the pits, lap 18 of 27 starting now. Medium for him, like I said, it was soft medium tire G. I was expecting it. It's gonna be out in PS6 for Kendrick's here with fresh medium a bit. We'll see if he can catch back people. Like another one, or if Menzo, or even other people. Now Maestro 610 and Adriami 5-7 behind Rich Boy, so it's gonna be a fight for P2 here between Maestro and Adriami. We'll see if Kendricks can catch back on another one, and Menzo and Rich Boy are gonna have a pretty much free win if he's able to keep with the pace and just stay here like this. Undercut seems to pay off for the Ferrari tonight, and leading by 6 seconds now. So yeah, bit of a walk in the park in the end for Rich Boy if he wants to get that win. You just have to be safe and not do any stupid mistakes, and you gotta get that 25 points for him and for the team in Ferrari. Well, now Maestro 410 behind Adriami 310. Slipstream is very important here, very effective. Maestro on the outside, can he go for it? He can't for the moment. We'll see in the straight line if he can try a move here with DRS gonna be activated. He's out of the race in the pits, so no safety car still. Lap 19 starting now, and DRS for Maestro. Can he go further on the inside? He's very close, maybe on the outside. He can't, and it's a pass for Maestro. Maestro up to P2. Oh, and he's gone wide. He's gone wide. He's gone wide. He went wide here for the Maestro. Adriami back into P2. Maestro have to do it all over again. Spoo 1.2 behind Jonah. I don't think they're gonna be able to catch. Kendrick's already 2.5, 3.5 behind another one. Very, very speedy, very fast. Yeah, I'm speed for Mr. Kendricks here. Coming back to the top 5 really soon. We'll see. 3 seconds. Really catching another one like Fusée, like big reactor. Anyway, Maestro now 9-10. Adriami 3 seconds. 3 seconds for Adriami. Multiple warning of going off track. Adriami under pressure from Mr. Maestro, and he got the penalty. We can see the penalty here. 3 seconds for Jordan, 3 seconds for Adriami. That's pretty much it for tonight here. So yeah, not a lot of penalties, and the 2 penalties have been taken by top drivers like Adriami and Jonah for the moment at least. Lap 20 now starting for Rich Boy at the front. 6.6 we are seeing Adriami Maestro when in the back of the Ferrari, but too far to try anything. Obviously, Maestro now coming back 310 behind the Mercedes of the Spanish driver. Gonna be another tentative of a move and another tentative of overtaking the next 2 laps for Maestro. That's pretty much guaranteed. 2.1 the gap between Kendricks, another one 1.6 between Menzo and him. We got a little fight here, that's for sure, for P4. As a 9 coming to P10 now in front of King and TRP. Maybe he can go for the move on King here on the inside around the straight line. Maybe some slipstream from McLaren. Can he try to get it? Yes, he can. And TRP up to P11 now. Maybe he can go fight with Elsa9 for P10. We'll see. And we are the teammate of GC King in the pits. At 20, medium tire for him. Gonna be putting on some softs, or yeah, some soft for Nguyen here. Going to the end with that for sure. Maestro 5/10 now. Another one as catch back on Menzo. Kendricks has catch another one. Little group gonna be fighting for P40 now. The Maestro 210 behind Mr. Adriami here. Can he go for it? No, he can't. Staying there for the moment. He's gonna wait for the straight line with DRS. The Maestro coming for it now. He wants that P2. He wants that 18 point. Rich Boy pitting again. Oh no. So they're not going to the end, or what? Rich Boy to the end. Sauce for Rich Boy. Maybe they can't go to the end. I don't know. Maybe he pitted too early compared to Maestro. Maestro, I think, could go to the end. Maestro with 14 laps with Ard, I think is fairly possible. No, not 6. Yeah, 14 laps with Ard is fairly possible. Adrian with 16. We're pretty close, but Maestro can certainly go to the end. But Rich Boy bidding for softs now, gonna be very fast. But I don't know if he can, like, approximately 13 seconds to top 2. depending on the pit again or not, but I don't know. 10 seconds for King in the pit lane, pitting for a new tire after 10 laps, all medium on his car. Now with Kendricks and another one battling, Maestro battling, Nadramino battling for the lead, even if Nadramino has the penalty. Same here now with Bridgeport coming back pretty fast on Kendricks, another one, and Menzo obviously. Menzo now in the podium place. That's pretty interesting, but Bridgeport going to be able to pass them, but maybe the stuff are not that effective on long term. Like from lap 4, South's going to be pretty much dead already, so yeah. Pretty much 4 and 5 already, 30%. When they start to go to 30%, it's already getting pretty slow with soft. With Bridgeport trying a move here, maybe they're gonna only get this B3, I don't know. But if I'm Maestro and I'm not pitting. Early, and I'm Maestro getting the lead now pretty easily. Do the first corner, you're not gonna beat it this time. You're not gonna break too late. He's fast, and now Menzo also doing the same thing. He had to do it. He getting to the pace for the Menzo here, and it's gonna be soft for him. All the same thing as Bridgeport. Gonna be a way more back for him here. But Kendricks is there to go to the end. Another one is there to go to the end also. That's for sure. Gonna battle here for Peter at the moment with Bridgeport, but Bridgeport gonna pass pretty surely. So I think Kendricks and another one's gonna be able to battle for P4, except if they can retain him long enough. So that the stuff's gonna be starting to be too much ready for him to attack on them. For the moment, they are able to do so. We'll see if they can help each other to maybe stay in the fight for the podium place. Maybe help also 2 people at the front. Another one, Racing Bull, Master Red Bull, 2 sister team, maybe helping each other. Not really work like this in F1 games, but in real life it work like this. We'll see if they do something like that. But Bridgeport is very aggressive. We know who he is. He seems to have a pretty aggressive style, but at the same time conservative style, and is driving. But I know he can make the move if he has to do the move. And yeah, that's pretty much what is coming now. In the 130, can do a double move here, maybe. They're defending pretty well. Another one defending. He passed Kendricks at least. Losing my voice. Oh, and Kendricks in the gravel. Dirty R, I think. The dirty air clearly cost Kendricks something. I think was that. Lost control down to P5, but Bridgeport still in P4. Not able to pass another one for the moment. Lap 23 is gonna. The time in Mesh, I think, for Bridgeport maybe to catch in front. Bridgeport on the outside. He can't make the move, and Kendricks getting back in the fight. Coming back in the equation. Can he go around the outside for Bridgeport here? He can't. Other one stays in front for the moment with the S's. My goodness, losing my voice for real, bro. Didn't take any water for this race. I forgot, but yeah, man, thank God. The twin behind and Spool, the 2 Alpine drivers extending position. The twin up to 8 now. Can Bridgeport try to move around the inside? Maybe you're a bit risky to try anything here. But Kendrick's still in the fight. Maybe the exit. We're gonna get it here. Oh, they're almost contacting the 2 drivers here. Still side by side. Another one seems to still have the edge on the Ferrari here. But Bridgeport seems to have now the edge around the outside, the inside. Who's gonna be in front? Another one seems to kill the position for the moment at least. But Bridgeport still side by side. They're gonna have to play line speed, and Bridgeport taking the P3 at the moment. Can another one go back? Can Kendricks do something in this fight here? And they're very close. They're gonna be 3 wide. Bridgeport is in front. Another one in P4 still, and Kendricks in P5 still. And Bridgeport is getting the edge on the 2. And lap 24 starting now. While Bridgeport is way too far to catch Adrian with Maestro until the end of the race. Another one coming back on them. Around the outside, another one. Making the move back into P3 for another one. Incredible move on the outside. Up for the first corner. Yellow flag at the back. It's a McLaren. What's happening? I don't know, but I think we're too far in the race to have safety car now. Only 3 laps left. And the big battle between the trees there. And Jeremy then seems to be able to fight back Maestro, and you have penalty anyway. So we'll follow this fight for the moment. But Rich Boy bidding for stuff at the end. I think he didn't think gonna be able to go to the end with the odds, and I think maybe he was thinking about the other 2 bidding, but clearly not bidding with lap 24 now. We'll see, but Rich Boy, can he make the move again on another one? But Big fight by the Racing Bull to keep that position at P3 here. They won that podium. They won that 15 points. Big difference between Rich Boy and another one. 3 points. That matters. And Kendrick's also in P5. 5 points between 3 and 5. That matters also. Rich Boy going for it. Rich Boy on the inside of 130R. Another one still have more. First line speed here. Can Rich Boy go around the outside? Inside, that was I wanted to say. He can't for the moment. Now coming to the line again. Lap 25 already started with Mashro crossing the line. Starting for them now. The 3 battle here. Rich Boy, DRS. Kendricks have DRS also, but can Rich Boy try to move around the outside? Yes, he's gonna go around the outside here for the move like another one does. Did. Alright, contact! Another one on the Rich Boy. Contact, but they're still on track. That's not gonna be able to fight. All good. Nobody have any damage, it seems like. All good here. All good. Another one lost some time a bit, and maybe the Soft's gonna be able to just escape now with for already 11 laps all R for another one. Maybe Rich Boy can escape, we'll see if he's gonna be able to escape or not. Let's see for the moment. 7-10 still, not that bad. Another one has some difficulties with his tires and with his car at the moment. Cody Rich Boy not gonna get any more than P3 here in this race, and he's gonna be maybe escaping from the Kendricks and another one, but not gonna be able to go get that two drivers in front again. Another one coming back here, having some big boost. I don't know, his slipstream or something. 5/10 now. Maybe Kendricks, if he can pass another one, he can have a shot at battling for Rich Boy. I don't think another one still have a shot now with his older arms. He's gonna have only 2 laps left for a move here with the penultimate lap starting now with Maestro crossing the line in a couple of seconds now. Now 26 starting penultimate lap here in Suzuka. Another one, 4/10 now with the braking zone and getting back on Rich Boy. Can he try a move here? DRS going to be activated a bit too far, it seems like. 6:10. Can responsible 5:10 be another one? We'll see if someone can pass on on someone else. Another one, can he a bit too far? It seems to pass on Rich Boy for the moment. 2:10. Still the gap now with 2 laps to go. Lap 26 and lap 27 still to go in this race here. Suzuka Round A Star Cup F1 25. 5:10 still. 4:10 Kendrick and another one. 6:10 another one, and Rich Boy 7:10 now. Still very close from each other, but not the best place to overtake at the moment, that's for sure. Another one, 7:10 now. Kendrick 3:10, very close. Kendrick wants that P4, he wants that P3 also, but I don't know if it's realistic. Another one got a lot of sliding here for another one. Can Kendrick try to pass? Try to have a shot at getting Rich Boy? I don't think so. I think Rich Boy gonna escape and get that P3. Seems like it. Kendrick's 2:10s now. Hard to pass. Gonna try to pass really soon. Bit of traffic here with the McLaren, letting them pass. That's a fair play from the McLaren here. Really fair play. Was the Coconut obviously here. Oh, the Maestro leading still with Andromi following. Another one a bit too far. Tried on Rich Boy. Hendricks is very close to try on another one. Another one. 3 seconds. 3 seconds for another one. No. 3 seconds for another one. Kendrick's gonna be able to pass here. Kendrick's gonna be able to pass, or maybe not even. No. Another one have a big straight line speed, but he's gonna go around the inside of Kendrick's. And Kendrick heading up to P4. But it's a bit too far, I think. 1.3 to try and move on Rich Boy. We'll see until the end of the race, but he seems to have pretty good pace. We'll see. 1.2. 1.1. Oh, Kendrick seems to have big pace. 1.1. Can Kendrick catch back Rich Boy? And Ajami pretty close to Maestro. But with a penalty, I don't think Ajami gonna. Oh, and Rich Boy 3 seconds! 3 seconds for Rich Boy also. Kendrick could get that podium. Kendrick's gonna get that podium here. Even if he not finish in front of Rich Boy on track, he's gonna get that podium, I think. Oh, Kendrick's have got a lot of pace. He clearly managing very well to follow Mr. Rich Boy here. As he is, Maestro and Ajami. But Maestro's gonna come home with the win here in Suzuka. The Red Bull driver getting the win. There's Maestro. Masterclass. Andrew in P2 just behind. Red Bull gonna finish P3 on track. But it's gonna be P4 in the standing for the Ferrari at led away that win tonight. Another one also passed. But Kendrick gonna finish P3 in the end. With another one P5. Manzo, solid race. P6 for the Sauber here. Very solid race from Clemenzo. Out to P6. Jonah in the end, so it's gonna be P7 for the Aston Martin. Not bad. But we know we can do better. For Jonah here. That wing. Alpine P8. That's nice. For that wing. I think we expect maybe a bit more when we start qualifying, but still good. Elsa 9 and P9. That's putting a number in the name, but with this difficult race, a bit movementy and a lot of action for him in the race. For Elsa 9, getting at least 2 points is not that bad. TRP P10 getting the last point available for TRP, and that's a pleasure to see. Getting a P10 for Mr. TRP Spoob in the Alpine P11, Ricardo P12 solid. Was at some point having good pace in quality, maybe expecting some points for him tonight, but no points sadly for Ricardo King. With P13 also expecting some points for him tonight. He had some good pace in quality, but no points. Sky Dubai for going to be 13 in the end with a penalty of King. 18 laps on the yards. Solid stint for the Williams here. And Nguyen 15. Second is going to be 16 and Coconut at 17 with 3 DNF tonight. This I think was R&B, AZ and Trevor Firmino for the DNF tonight. So yeah, that's the end of round 8 here of Star Cup Season 3 on F1 25. And that was a really solid race to follow here. A really nice race. Incredible stuff from everyone. Big battle at the front, big battle for the podium and stuff. That was perfect, man. Was a perfect race, and now you have black screen. If we're not escaping black screen, I'm gonna just cut it there with a black screen, sadly. But yeah, very good. We're good at the podium here with Mad Maestro, with the Adriami, with the Big Kendricks on the podium also. Red Bull, Mercedes, and Aston Martin on the podium. So yeah, you see the drivers getting priced something from the game. And yeah, it's gonna be it. You can see the standing for one last time here if you want. Bang 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 bang. But yeah, thanks guys for this race. I hope you enjoy. That one was a very, very nice race to watch. Always a pleasure to be there, and I hope to see you next week again on Tuesday. Is gonna be which Grand Prix is gonna be. We'll see in this Discord. Gonna be calendar. We'll go to Italy again. I think Italy. I don't know which one sadly, but we'll go to Italy. Maybe Temple of Speed Getty. Maybe Imola. I don't know. We're going to Italy next. Thanks guys have watched this race. Was really fun to watch, and see you next week on Tuesday for Italy. Ciao bye.